What purpose does the gentlelady from Arizona seek recognition?
Mr. Speaker, I move that the House suspend the rules and pass H.R. 1634 as amended.
Clerk will report the title of the bill.
H.R. 1634, a bill to strengthen accountability for deployment of border security technology at the Department of Homeland Security and for other purposes.
Pursuant to the rule, the gentlewoman from Arizona, Ms. McSally, and the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Vela, each will control 20 minutes. Chair recognizes the gentlelady from Arizona.
Mr. Speaker, I ask unanimous consent that all members have 5 legislative days within which to revise and extend the remarks and include any extraneous material on the bill under consideration.
Without objection, so ordered.
Mr. Speaker, I yield myself such time as I may consume.
Gentlewoman from Arizona is recognized for as much time as she wishes to consume.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today in support of H.R. 1634, the Border Security Technology Accountability Act, which I introduced earlier this year. This bill seeks to provide improved management of border security technology projects, safeguarding taxpayer dollars, and increasing accountability for some of the Department of Homeland Security's largest acquisition programs. The constituents I represent in southern Arizona are demanding better border security, and they expect us to do it through cost-effective and efficient means. They know that wasting taxpayer dollars on poorly managed border technology projects does little to actually secure the border or improve our strategy. That's why this bill is so important. The GAO has repeatedly included DHS acquisition management activities on its high-risk list, demonstrating that these programs are highly susceptible to waste, fraud, abuse, or mismanagement. The Secure Border Initiative, also known as SBInet, is a prime example of acquisition mismanagement at DHS. Initial plans developed in 2005 and 2006 called for SBInet to extend across the entire U.S.-Mexico land border. However, SBInet deployment in the state of Arizona was fraught with management problems, including a failure to adequately set requirements so the system would meet the needs of its users, our Border Patrol agents. After spending nearly $1 billion of the taxpayers' money with minimal results, DHS canceled SBInet in 2011. And SBInet is not the only example. DHS does not seem to be learning its lesson. The Government Accountability Office recently reported to the Committee on Homeland Security that Customs and Border Protection's Strategic Air and Maritime Program, or STAMP, initiated in 2006 with a cost of $1.8 billion to date, still does not have an approved acquisition program baseline. This means that despite CBP's plans to acquire boats and aircraft through 2035, they have not yet estimated how much it would cost to operate and maintain these systems. How can we ensure programs like STAMP are on time, on budget, and fiscally sound if DHS fails to follow sound management procedures? We cannot afford to waste another minute or another dollar. We must put in place strong, effective technology programs to secure our borders. This bill requires that border security technology programs at the department have an acquisition program baseline, a critical document that lays out what a program will do, what it will cost, and when it will be completed. The bill also requires programs to adhere to internal control standards and have a plan for testing and evaluation, as well as the use of independent verification and validation resources. My district includes over 80 miles of our U.S. border with Mexico, and I've spent countless hours at the border meeting with border residents and our Border Patrol. I know firsthand that when our border technology projects lack the proper oversight and accountability, it's bad for the taxpayers, those who defend our border, and those who live along our border. The Committee on Homeland Security approved my legislation by a unanimous voice vote last month. I urge all members to join me in supporting robust, responsible, secure technology along our borders. I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentlewoman from Arizona reserves her time.